As a concerned citizen, I would like to talk about Monticello and what it represents. Monticello has stood from the beginning of our amazing nation. To many, it is a benchmark and a historical artifact. Although it was a plantation, one of the most influential leaders lived there. Thomas Jefferson is a founding father of the United States. To some, this means that he signed a document like signing a petition today. But what does it really mean? When that document was signed, it was considered an act of treason to Britain, one of the most powerful lands in the 1700s. They had the best military and were in absolute power. On August 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed by our founding fathers. This not only meant that they wanted independence, but that they would give their lives for it. This nation was built upon hope, a dream that people could start a new life and have a chance to work out of poverty. Today, 200 years later, we are able to see the massive effects this had. Now, the U.S. is considered one of the most prosperous countries in the world. Without these actions, we would most likely be an extension of Britain and a corrupt system. No, our system is not perfect, but what system is? To be able to build a nation out of nothing is a great feat and should be recognized, because without the courageous acts of many men, the opportunities we have today would not be possible. As Americans going forward, we should continue to learn from our mistakes and better our nation. On the topic of the hanging tree at Monticello, Stephen Fraser states, "I'm looking at the negative image it represents." Stephen was a concerned citizen in the Monticello Town Hall meeting on July 14, 2020. Though, when asked around the meeting, town natives denied hearing of a hanging tree or any killings at Monticello. Later in the quote, he states, "And if this was a meeting place for Confederate soldiers, it still needs to be removed." This is a quote from Aylman's text. Just because we disagree with our history doesn't mean it should be torn down. A building without a foundation will always fall.